Why does trauma affect us so much, emotionally and spiritually? Trauma affects people profoundly. The question is why? What is it about trauma that results in such profound hurt? What is it about trauma that causes such devastation? Why do the effects of trauma run so deep and exist within us for so long, perhaps lifelong? Much research has been done on the physical effects of trauma, how it gets stored directly in the body, how it affects brain chemistry and neural networks, how many of our aches, pains, conditions, and even diseases directly result from non-integrated trauma. Why trauma impacts our emotional and spiritual sense of well-being is less comprehensively documented. To approach the topic, we need to break down what trauma actually is, what it means. Trauma, in whatever form, challenges a person's set of deeply held beliefs about the nature of reality as they perceive it. That's it. It's really that simple. Two parallel thoughts are that we, as human beings, have a need to believe that we perceive reality accurately, and reality follows and reflects a state of relative permanence. Our deeply held sense of safety as we exist in life depends on this sense of permanence. Even someone who claims to have embraced continual change requires things of permanence in their lives. Their capabilities, the sense of structure and rules embodied by governments and justice systems, a general sense of relative fairness and justice. Or the simple fact that we won't fall off the planet because gravity suddenly goes wonky. Think how difficult it is for people to adjust to the earth shifting via earthquakes. Often individuals experience a distinct lack of safety as something that appears to be and should be permanent, the ground beneath our feet, isn't. Now imagine that feeling multiplied 1,000-fold as we lose all ability to stick to the ground. We wander up and down through the air, perhaps high up into the atmosphere, at the whim of various winds and currents. No control at all. Now that would be traumatic. When our sense of permanence in something we believe in is suddenly or consistently challenged, broken, or ripped away, it forces us to redefine our sense of reality, of what is real, of what is true. And this affects us profoundly. It forces us to change our beliefs about what is true. Our brains are wired to keep us safe. Our neural pathways build and are reinforced through repetitive thought patterns, including our beliefs, stated and unstated. Our neural pathways are naturally resistant to change. Trauma forces change. We must change in the face of trauma. Let me give an example. Trigger warning. A couple marries and have 2 children. The children are healthy and all is well. The parents give their lives to loving, nurturing, and raising the children. The children hold an immense part of the parents' lives. The parents believe the children will continue to grow, develop, and eventually enter into meaningful relationships of their own and build lives outside the home. The parents are full of hopes, dreams, and expectations for their children. There is a sense of permanence in the children's continued existence and flourishing. There is also a commensurate sense of permanence of the couple's role and identity as parents. Then the unthinkable occurs. All 4 individuals are together in the family vehicle when they are sideswiped by a fast-moving vehicle. Both children are killed. Every part of the parents' lives are now affected by the loss of their children. Their sense of meaningfulness, purpose, fulfillment, identity, and general sense of safety is now completely broken, compromised beyond imagining. Their foundational beliefs regarding what is true, what is real, what is right, what is just, all challenged in ways almost incomprehensible. The parents have been thrown into trauma, the likes of which it will take a lifetime to integrate. They will never get over it. They will need to figure out how to live with their profound losses and reestablish a new normal. They will wrestle with who they are now, what can they do to grieve, who can they blame, is it possible to forgive, and if they are able to move forward with life. Is it even possible to move forward, given they have just been forcibly slapped in the face by an unsafe world, a world that was supposed to be relatively safe? Every step becomes a gamble, every decision life or death. Can you imagine the anxiety, the fear that results when everything you thought was true and relatively permanent is ripped away? This is the reality of trauma. Trauma doesn't play favorites. Each one of us have experienced, are experiencing, and will experience trauma. We will be forced to confront what we believe to be true regarding our reality again and again and again. This is the reality of being a human being. Is it possible to build resilience to trauma? Knowing trauma is going to occur helps. Having had to work through significant trauma in the past helps. And integrating new belief systems that allow us to recognize and examine the existence of trauma in our lives at present helps. We can never be completely protected from the effects of trauma, but we can fortify our resilience for when it does occur. Trauma affects people in different ways, but the blatant affront to their deeply held unconscious beliefs often results in emotional and spiritual upheaval. This is reality, even if we do not wish to acknowledge it.